We have looked through my collection of sets. Now it is time to look through the collection of individual Pokemon that I enjoy collecting. So if you're new to this channel and you're not sure what's going on here, I collect individual collections of specific Pokemon. So I have my favourite Pokemon, and I basically try and grab every card that I possibly can. I've been working on it now for the past sort of 18 months from when I did my first one, I think. But maybe 2 years actually from when I did my first one, but properly been working on it for the past year since this channel started essentially. So I've got a bunch of binders here which are sort of partially filled with a bunch of cards, and they're all revolving around the same Pokemon or the same family of Pokemon, and try and colour coordinate the binders to go along with them. It's all very you know, sort of very much my collection. This is the way that I want to do things, and yeah, I figured that I'd go through this at the start of the year, although we're now like a month into the year almost, but we'll go, you know, start of the year, see what we've got, see what we're working towards. So there's some things that are kind of like, these are my goals for the year, and I've got them sort of planned out for the year as to what I would like to do. But yeah, let's crack open a few binders and take a look at them. Also, just let me know, this style of looking at the binders, let me know if I should be doing this when I'm doing when I'm buying my single cards, because I tend to do like top down, face down view, but I don't know how well you can kind of see the cards and stuff like that when I'm doing it this way. So yeah, we're going to go through, and we're going to start with this blue binder here. So all of my binders are by Voltex. I'm not sponsored by Voltex. Voltex, if you want to give me any form of sponsor, then please do. I would appreciate it very much. But yeah, all of my binders are Voltex. They're all colour coordinated. Also, there's lots of different colours for Voltex binders. I don't think I'm done with my collections. I've got 2 more in mind that I could potentially start based on colours of the binders that that Voltex produce and stuff like that. So first one we're going to go through is the one that is the most complete. So here we are with Hydreigon, Dino and Zweilous. So Dino is Growlithe and Arcanine are joint second, so Dino's my 3rd favourite Pokemon. So maybe Dino's my 4th favourite Pokemon, and Hydreigon is my 5th favourite Pokemon. I love Dino and Hydreigon, and Zweilous completes the family. I'm not a big fan of Zweilous. Dino, cute little puppy dog. Hydreigon, cool as anything dragon. Zweilous, kind of in the middle. You've got your teenage years, haven't you? So I collect Dino, Zweilous and Hydreigon. As you can see, I fill in some of the slots for these collections. I've done that with a couple of them, but I need to do the rest of the binders before I can kind of, you know, fully say that these are all filled in like that. So I've got these little notes as to what goes where, so that we can fill it out all properly. I'm working on that over time. So we're missing Hydreigon from Next Destinies. That's quite an expensive one. So it's actually a shiny. It's a shiny Hydreigon. It's got the green chest and everything. So yeah, it's one of the early shinies that featured in the Pokemon TCG. It's kind of weird that like it's not like a big thing in like a Fates collection or anything like that. It was just a shiny in Next Destinies. So we've got them, and then as we go through the binder, we can just see, like, for a start, a history of the artwork of the dragon type, because that changes constantly. And then we can move on. We've got one of the only Japanese cards that I've got in my collection. I don't have too many. I will be getting more in the future, but I've been focusing on English cards to start with. But yeah, so the Zweilous promo, that is the only Zweilous that was never released in English. So I picked that up. We've got, and then we get into like where we get full arts for Hydreigon, and we get the break Hydreigon as well. Going through up into sort of the more modern sets, and as you can see, I have almost the full collection. Almost being the operative word, because obviously we're missing Next Destinies and we're missing Surging Sparks. The special illustration rare from Surging Sparks, which is a very pricey card. It's a very beautiful card. I can't wait to have it in my collection. I'm not sure that I'm gonna, I'm gonna keep searching for these cards and see where I can get them, but I'm not sure that I'm gonna complete this collection this year, unfortunately. These cards are just expensive. They're just pricey, so unless I get like a windfall of money to be able to buy those, they're just expensive to be able to get. So I'm not sure whether much work is going to be done to that. Obviously, any more Dinos, Wireless and Hydreigon that come out during the year, don't think we'll get anything special. Now we've just had the special illustration rare, but potential. All right, moving on from my fourth and fifth favourite Pokemon to my first. My favourite Pokemon of all time, Espeon. Espeon is my favourite Pokemon. It has been since I played Pokemon Colosseum for the first time. And Espeon just nuked the entire game in that game. So I was like, yeah, I really like this Pokemon, and it's a really, really pretty design. Espeon's looking a little bit more sparse. Some of these early ones we've got here, these are Japanese only. So not got those. And then unfortunately, it's just the early ones. The early ones for Espeon are expensive. So things like Dark Espeon from Neo Destiny, the Aquapolis Hollow as well, they're like £90 to £100. But you can get some that are like Delta Species, which are a little bit, you know, sort of £20 to £30, something like that. This binder will never be completed. I'm just saying that now. It will never be completed because Pop Series 5. You can't find it for less than thousands. It just doesn't exist for less than thousands. So I think what I might do for this one here is get the Japanese version if that is any cheaper. I've not actually looked whether the Japanese version is any cheaper, but obviously I'm not without winning a lottery, eh? But then we get into where I actually have a whole bunch of these Espeons. So we're missing this Espeon Prime from Undaunted, which is a really nice card, but we are missing that. We're missing Espeon from Lost Thunder. Now, the reason I'm missing that is, later on, we have this Espeon here, which is the same artwork as the Lost Thunder artwork, but that one's from the Mewtwo Battle Deck. So I figured if I'm going to do it properly, I need to get the actual one from Lost Thunder itself. So we've got that available to us. Plus we start getting into, this page is amazing. Actually, that Lost Thunder messes this page up entirely, because otherwise it is entirely half arts or full arts, or tag teams, or rainbows. It's got everything. This rainbow here, the story behind the rainbow, I pulled that when the Sun and Moon base set first came out. I pulled that Espeon GX Rainbow. It is actually on YouTube, I believe, on my old channel. So yeah, if you ever find that, it's there. Over here, we've got a couple of the other tag team cards. We didn't get the prints of like the full art and the rainbow art of the tag All-Stars Espeon and Deoxys GXs. So those will be in there, which I don't think are too pricey. And then of course one of the other more expensive ones over here, Fusion Strike Espeon VMAX. That is something which I think I need to pick that up sooner rather than later if I'm going to get it, because I think it's just going up in price. And then the illustration art, if you get what I mean. I forget what the name of the artist is. It's like just a pen drawing of Espeon. It's a really nice card, but it was only released in Japan. They did the entire Eevee Evolution line, and the name has just slipped my mind. It's like Yuki something, I think. The name has just slipped my mind. I do apologise for the fact that I don't remember that. Normally something that I can remember, but it's gone. It's the pressure. It's the pressure of the camera. But yeah, that's a really nice card, and I really want to pick that up, and it's not too expensive either. So, and of course, I've not got to the point of filling in any Prismatic Evolutions. I actually don't know when this video is going to be going out. I'm waiting on delivery of my Prismatic Evolutions ETB. As I record this is going out in a couple of weeks' time, because I'm trying to get ahead of the game. So yeah, I don't know what I got from that, and if this video comes out after the ETB and I actually pulled an Espeon, then I'm sorry I'm outdated, but yeah, it's that will be a special moment if we pull that. Wow, it's a beautiful card. All right. I'm not going on to that one next. I'll tell you what I'm going on to, because there's one more that I've actually done the post-it notes for. One more, which is Tandemaus. Tandemaus and Mousehole. Bang. I love Tandemaus, my favourite Gen 9 Pokemon. I absolutely love Tandemaus. He's so fun. The reason I love Tandemaus so much is this card here. That card here, he is me. He is me. Put this in mouth. Put food in mouth. Right now, put food in mouth. That's me. So yeah, I love Tandemaus for that reason. We do have a couple of spaces in here. Paradox Rift. We're missing a Tandemaus common from Paradox Rift. So the one thing about the Tandemaus binder is, I did say on a video, I will pull every Tandemaus and Mousehold card. I don't know how well that's going to hold up. I'm going to keep trying. We're actually going to be buying some Paradox Rift and some Paldean Fates soon, so that we can hunt for these mice. But we are missing both of the baby shinies for the for Tandemaus and Mousehold as well. And this is the full art from Paradox Rift that I'm missing. So yeah, we've got a lot of work to do there. It's the illustration, should I say. We've got a lot of work there to be doing. So yeah, it's something I'm working on it, but it's a tough one. To sort of give myself that challenge is rough. Okay, we're now at the point where I've just got sort of rough collections and I've not got them ordered and set out with the sleeves in or anything like that. So Dragonair is up first, and Dragonair is one that we started recently. We've not had a lot of focus go into it, so this is going to be a bit of a focus this year, is to trying to get a few more Dragonairs into this binder, because Dragonair is, the reason I collect Dragonair cards is I just think that there's never been a bad artwork of Dragonair. It's just a beautiful Pokemon, and they can just create amazing artwork with it. So I only have 13 cards for Dragonair, so we've got a long way to go. There's something like 20 something Dragonair cards, getting on for 30. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to building this up properly. I actually do have the Dark Dragonair from Team Rocket, but I don't want to break up the Team Rocket set because I only need a couple of cards in Team Rocket. I really don't want to break that up. So yeah, Dragonair is something we're definitely working on in 2025. That is something I'm going to be focusing on. Another one that I'm going to focus on is right here, because Absol is quite a small collection and there's still a bunch. Oh, I put sleeves in this one. Yeah. Wow. Well, I actually did put placeholders in this one. So Absol is one of those, it's a Pokemon which I love, and there's a lot going on here. I tell you what I haven't done though. I've not included the Japanese ones. That's where I haven't finished this off. I haven't included the Japanese ones, so this one isn't quite correct. But yeah, there's a lot of cards in here which are sort of low to middle pricing, which you could pick up quite easily and get this binder looking really, really nice. Not that it doesn't look nice already. The dark of the cards, then the white of Absol amongst the white of the binder, I think is a really nice combination. A really nice combination. Absol just pops off the page whenever we get like a full art like the Mega here, or whenever we get like the arts on Obsidian Flames at the bottom, or the Crown Zenith. They just pop off the page really nice. So yeah, I think there's 2 Japanese Absols that I'm missing. I'm missing the placeholders for as well, so I need to write those out and get them in here. But yeah, I'm quite pleased that I've already done this. I've already set up this binder, mostly. Anyway, so yeah, that's Absol. We're definitely going to be working on Absol in the new year. Absol and Dragonair are 2 of the more recent ones that I started collecting. This is the other most recent one that I've started collecting, is of course our Feebas and Milotic. Feebas and Milotic. So obviously, this currently is a bit of just a fish binder. It's just Feebas. We've nearly got every Feebas card. It's not hard, they're all commons. But getting the Milotics is where things are going to be a lot more interesting with this particular binder. I love Milotic. It's one of my favourite Pokemon. Definitely in the top 10 for me of favourite Pokemon. So yeah, picking up all of these Milotics is definitely on my priorities. But we literally started this, what, a month ago? And I just went mad for a couple of months, just purchased a load of Feebas cards. So we've made a good start, but we need to continue that. And of course we do need that that special illustration rare from Surging Sparks once more. Alright, 2 binders left now. 2 binders left. First of all, we've got Growlithe and Arcanine. My second favourite Pokemon, kind of joint second, so second and third favourite Pokemon. Just love them, they're just good boys. They're just good boys. This one is, oh, it's going to be tough, this is, because some of these early Arcanine cards, like the Light Arcanine, just some of the really early ones from like the e-reader series and stuff like that, they are pricey. They are pricey cards. So we've got a few early ones. The way that this binder and the next binder suffers is there's been so many from so many different sets that, like, I've got a Growlithe from one set but I'm missing the Arcanine, or I've got an Arcanine from one set and I'm missing the Growlithe. So I kind of need a little bit more structure to this binder. So I think that's what we're going to be working on, at least in the early parts of the year. We got Arcanine Break there. We only recently picked that one up, so that's a nice one to have. And then yeah, it also needs some more of the full arts and things like that in this binder, because there are a lot more, but we don't have too many of them. We've got a couple on this page here, and of course the Trainer Gallery one from Silver Tempest. No. Oh, I forget what that symbol is. I forget. And then of course from base set Scarlet and Violet as well, we got those two, which I packed in my very first booster box of Scarlet and Violet base set. I packed both of those, which was really nice. So yeah, Growlithe and Arcanine made a good start with. I need some work. Again, it's just because there's so many. There's so many Growlithe and Arcanine cards, like 30 to 40 of each. So yeah, it's quite a big collection. Exactly the same with this one here, and in our Houndour and Houndour binder, Houndour and Houndoom binder. Again, there's so many from so many different sets that we've kind of picked them off one by one here and there. We have 2 of the early hitters with the Neo Discovery ones there, the Neo Discovery Hollow. Big shout out to my friend Antonio over at Sons of Russell, who bought me that one for my birthday last year. And when we saw it in a shop, and I was, oh, I need that in my collection. Okay, well, you go downstairs, go and have a look at something downstairs. And then he bought that for me. So, you know, nice to have friends who are willing to do things like that for you. Houndour and Houndoom, I think this is going to look really nice as well, because you've got the mixture of fire and dark. Houndour and Houndoom have a nice mixture of being fire type and dark type, I think. Whereas some Pokemon, like, they might be dual type, but you only ever get one type from them. For example, Victini. Victini has like 1 or 2 psychic cards. The rest of them are all fire. So yeah, I think it's got a nice split of, you got fire type Houndour and you got dark type Houndour and Houndoom. So lots of work to still go in here. Shrouded Fable there. We need the Shrouded Fable illustration rare. That card is so awesome. I'm looking forward to getting that. But yeah, lots to work on. I think this year, I want to get another couple of Espeons, because I want that binder to really pop and really look nice. So I think we'll get some of the like cheaper Espeons, like the Delta Species Espeon, for example, which I can't believe that I don't have. I have a lot of Delta Species cards, and I can't believe that I don't have the Delta Species Espeon. So we're definitely going to be working on a couple of Espeons. That's going to be a couple of big purchases that I make. We're going to work on Feebas and Milotic, because we've only just started that. We're going to work on Dragonair for sure, and Absol most likely. And then the rest of them is just probably start off with getting those commons, and getting all of those cards that are really cheap in there nice and early, so that the binder fills out, and then you can then focus on some of the heavier hitters. Speaking of heavy hitters, this is the binder which I've been working on the most this year, last year in 2024. And so I'm working on getting all of these cards. I can even show you, like, I'm working on getting all of these cards written out for the binder. Let me just show you, let me just get this pile. So I'm getting through them, but I'm missing about 350 cards from this binder. So it takes a long time to write all of them out and everything like that. What we have here is the mythical binder. And this is going to be one which is going to take a lot of time to sort out, but it's going to look so nice when it does. So what I've got it currently as is all of the Mews all together, and then on the next page, all of the Salabys together, all of the Jirachis together, all the Deoxys together. It looks really nice, but what I want it is like a proper mixture of all of the Pokemon. And the best way to do that is by organising them chronologically. So this first page will have like 4 Mews before you get your first Celebi, pretty much. I think it might even be 4 or 5, I think it is, because you've got Southern Islands as well. So yeah, 4 or 5 Mews before you get to your first Celebi. And then I think just creeping onto this first page might even be Jirachi, or early on onto the second page. And then when you get towards the back of the binder, where, you know, currently we've got our Darkrai's, our Shaymins, our Arceuses, we're going to get like certain pages where the majority of the page is Arceus, because it had a set specifically released for it. So there's like 12 cards all in a row that are Arceus, that were all released in a row. And then as you get onto the more recent sets, we're going to have like a full mixture of all of these different mythical Pokemon that are just cropping up in different rarities and everything like that. And I just think it's going to look sick. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting this all sorted. The one problem when I've got this sorted and I've got all of these placeholders in, most of these cards that I just showed you, I've written out like 150 of them or something like that. Maybe not quite that many. The majority of the ones that I've shown you so far are, they're older, obviously. They're older cards. I started way back in 2000 and worked my way through. So I'm missing a lot from the older ones. So that means page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4. I think like page 3 and 4, there's going to be no cards in there, because it's all going to be placeholders, because I don't have any of them yet. Whereas you get towards the end of the binder and it's going to be practically full, because we've got a lot of the more modern ones. We're missing like some of the Crown Zenith, Gallery and stuff like that. But you know, a lot of all of the commons and things like that, we've pretty much picked them all up. So yeah, and then we're at the point here as well. We got these in our most recent singles videos. I haven't taken all of the cards out because I'm going to take every card out in order to put these placeholders in. So we got the Marshadow and the Melmetal here. Yeah, so what are we working on with this? I think we need to work on getting some of those early ones, some of those early cards, which is going to be tough. But like things like the Wizard of the Coast Black Star promo Mew number 9. That is not a massively expensive card, just a little bit more expensive than I've been willing to spend. I need to spend that money. I need to put that money into it. So, you know, that's like a £20–30 card. So I just need to actually get those sorts of price ranges, at least start building up some of those sorts of price ranges from the older sets, because you can get some from those earlier sets, and we've got a couple like the Celebi from Neo Discovery. We picked that up from one of the earlier sets. You know, it features on the front page, that one does. We've also got like all of the Japanese cards as well, so I need to look through to see whether I can find any of those Japanese cards that aren't going for too much, because I don't really know the market when it comes to Japanese cards. So yeah, lots of work to do with that, but it's all just so much fun. These collections just bring me so much joy and happiness, and I hope that I can portray that happiness to you as well. So thank you very much for sticking with me on this journey through my binder collection. Please do subscribe down below. If you've made it this far, you clearly enjoy my ramblings, so please do subscribe to me down below. I'm trying to hit 500 subscribers by May 24th. Now, that's a very specific number, and that is because that is a year since I consider the start of this channel to be. So, yeah, it'd be really nice to hit 500 subscribers by that point. It's going to be hard work, actually. It's going to be tough to get there. It might not seem like a lot, but 200 subscribers in that time is it's pretty rough. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I really hope that you have a fantastic week. I'm here every Tuesday with Pokemon content, and we've got Prismatic Evolutions coming up, whether it was last week or we've got it in the future. It is definitely coming, and obviously you all know that I'm going to be pulling that Umbreon. Definitely not. Not with my luck with these openings that I've done on the channel. No, I've pulled one. I've pulled one top card from a set on the channel. It's not bad. Yeah. I'll see you next time, guys.